Ron Barron's son, David Barron, thinks Tesla stock could hit 1,200 per share by 2030. While he may not be growing 50% a year as the company thought, this year, in a tough environment, he's still growing volume by 15 to 20% per year and making a $7,000 per car of gross profit, he said. That would be more than 6x in 6 years. Ron Barron and his son certainly have done extremely well investing in Tesla stock, and this fund has almost $7 billion in assets under management. And Tesla stock is 38.1% of that portfolio. So, they are not just saying these things to get some attention from the media. No, they actually mean what they say. And of course, my stock portfolio consists 100% of Tesla stock. So feel free to call it a Tesla stock portfolio. And we are getting some good news actually. ARK Invest, Cathie bought about $65 million worth of Tesla stock in the last 2 days. So Cathie certainly remains a Tesla stock bull. She did not get scared by the last earnings call. And I personally really like this news. Estimated delivery days for new Model 3 long-range orders in the US have changed to March to April 2024. This change comes just 2 weeks after it changed to February to March, from January to February. So clearly, that signals that demand is good, unless there are production issues. So this could be bad news, but having seen how fast the refresh Model 3 scaled in Shanghai, I'm pretty sure this is good news. James also thinks it is good news, and he suspects that demand is high given that Tesla has still not adjusted prices since losing the $7,500 tax credit for the Model 3 long range. So it's actually really good news because the prices basically went up by quite a bit because people cannot get the tax credit, and yet the demand seemingly has increased. But if you lease the vehicle, then you sort of do get that $7,500, but Tesla never really had high lease rates. Perhaps that is going to change with this. We'll find out when the next deliveries are reported in the beginning of April. Until then, we can only guess. And here is some significant news. Tesla will invest $500 million to install a Dojo supercomputer in Buffalo, New York. According to the New York State governor, it will process millions of terabytes of data from its EVs to improve the safety and engineering of FSD. I think Farzad is right about this one. This will go completely unnoticed. And if you think about Tesla's EV business really wasn't recognized until Tesla started scaling the Model Y. Only then the stock started rallying big time. So until Tesla shows that it can make some serious money from Dojo, I don't think it's going to impact Tesla's stock at all, pretty much. Now, Elon thinks it's a long shot. He said the same thing about Tesla and SpaceX. So maybe the history will repeat itself here. Elon confirmed the news. The governor is correct that this is a Dojo supercomputer, but $500 million, while obviously a large sum of money, is only equivalent to a 10,000 H100 system from NVIDIA. Tesla will spend more than that on NVIDIA hardware this year. The table stakes for being competitive in AI are at least several $billion per year at this point. I think it is helpful that Elon did confirm the news. Because for some reason, a lot of people walked away from Tesla's Q4 call thinking Dojo was some sort of failure or that Elon had changed his tune on it. Clearly, that's not the case with this $500 million investment. And Tesla will buy chips from AMD. Elon just confirmed that himself. Okay, this is a bit much. Dan Ives. Sometimes he says some interesting things. Sometimes I just raise my eyebrows when I see him talk. Yesterday was a dark day. He's talking about earnings and us. But this is not the end. I mean, it's a very dramatic choice of words that is designed to gather attention. This is not the end. Well, clearly, because that Ives still has a Tesla stock price target that is over $300. $315 actually. It's about the next chapter, how Musk and Tesla can move forward at this historical moment, we will be discussing our top 10 list for must to turn around Tesla narrative. So here's the complete list. Number 1, announce a $10 billion share buyback with roughly $30 billion of cash on hand. Walk the walk, not just talk the talk, and show confidence to investors. Then Ives had a very similar thing last year. Tesla did not do a buyback and Tesla stock did just fine. Number 2, I like this one. Create an X holding structure that will include AI initiatives. Dojo Optimus FSD to give Musk more control and could get him to a 25% voting level. I want a piece of XAI too. And ideally a piece of Twitter/X. Number 3, stop the price cuts now and maintain margin leverage over other auto players. Interestingly, he's not telling Tesla to advertise, but I guess that point is sort of an indirect call for Tesla to advertise. Number 4, hold an AI day before the summer timeframe so investors can better understand the goals for Dojo, Optimus, and FSD. If Tesla does not do an AI day, I'm completely fine with it because Elon did say that other companies just copy Tesla then. So I am willing to take a hit on the stock if that means in the long term Tesla is in a better position to compete. Number 5, get outside capital for X/Twitter with assurances of no more Musk stock sales. So yeah, even though Elon did say that probably there will be no stock sales in 2024, he said that about a year ago, he did not say definitely not. He did say definitely not for 2023, but not for 2024. So there is a possibility that Elon Musk could sell some Tesla stock this year. Based on his words, it's not a high chance, but it's certainly possible. But I don't think anyone is really worried about that because Elon wants to have 25% of Tesla. So if he sells more Tesla stock right now, that would just be so weird. I would understand it if it's after a new compensation package and there's a clear path of how Elon will have 25% of voting control, even after selling some Tesla stock. Number 6, new compensation package with the proxy to lock in Musk as CEO through 2030, along with settling Delaware legal issue holding things up. I personally think so far that's the most important thing on that list by far. Because if Elon is focused on Tesla, even if things get really bad, that's actually when Elon shines. That's where he excels. He excels in positions of extreme pressure and high stakes. When everyone is telling him you're gonna fail, he does his best work. Number 7, hittable production/delivery timeline for Model 2 and sub $30,000 vehicle in 2025. Okay. Number 8, with Zach, the former CFO, gone, conference calls have been horror shows. Return to formal guidance and goalposts and make messaging changes on calls. Like Gary Black said, Wall Street likes to be spoon-fed. Well, now you'll need to eat yourself. Because Elon is telling Wall Street to grow food themselves. Number 10, give long-term targets around AI revenue to the Tesla ecosystem. We believe Tesla could be the biggest AI company in the world around FSD, autonomous, Dojo, Optimus, robotaxis. Give this key AI framework to the street/investors. Yeah, Dan Ives really wants Tesla and Elon to spoon-feed the Wall Street investors. I don't think that's gonna happen. If you really think about it, to some degree, Elon has already given that guidance. He said FSD could be mind-boggling in terms of its implications to Tesla's revenue. The bot, if the bot scales, what even is the economy? I think that's about as precise as Elon is willing to go on this one. I think the Tesla economist actually has a pretty good idea here. Give Elon incentives for huge targets with the caveats. He cannot sell and a non-compete on AI and robots. Now, I'm not sure about the cannot sell part. Maybe let him sell some. But the non-compete on AI and robots, I think, could be quite helpful, especially if Tesla could acquire a significant piece of XAI or X itself. We know that Teslas are incredibly difficult to hack, but these white hat hackers hacked Teslas and they won $100,000, which is good because now Tesla can fix these bugs. Also, this is not the first time that this team hacked a Tesla. Well, this is making it really hard to know how many Cybertrucks Tesla is making exactly, because Cybertrucks just come out of the factory and immediately they go on trucks. So if you want to know exactly how many Cybertrucks Tesla is making, you literally have to stand in front of the factory the whole day. You cannot just stay there for a few minutes, fly a drone and check how many Cybertrucks are out there. No. So Tesla could be doing really well already and we just wouldn't know. Now, there is maybe a way to know how many Cybertrucks Tesla has produced. You can see all the Cybertruck VINs activated by Tesla on this website. What does it mean, activated? We don't quite know at what point in the manufacturing process a VIN is activated, but these are planned VINs for production and give us all some sense of how things are going. At the time of posting this, Tesla has activated almost 1,000 total VINs for Cybertruck production. These are not all completed or built trucks though. I do believe Tesla has built about 500 to 600 complete trucks at this time, says Gregor Truck. If you click on raw data, you can see when your VIN was activated by Tesla for your Cybertruck. I am not quite sure how legit this website is, but seems like it might be actually legit. And it's being updated quite often. The last update was today. How is the person running the website getting his data? Well, Gregor Truck says, best we just stick to the magic response for now, just it's legit. And if you dig hard enough, you can find it. It seems that Tesla is building Cybertrucks 5 days a week, 20 to 40 per day. Should Tesla adopt an FSD lie to let others know autopilot is active? I think there are upsides and downsides to this. One upside is when there's an accident, as long as someone was filming, then you will know immediately, was that Tesla driving autonomously or no? So that would eliminate a lot of FUD. On the other hand, sometimes it does some weird things. So if people start seeing a lot of people driving on FSD and they know that is FSD driving, and it does something funny, that may lead to a negative perception of FSD. Whereas now, occasionally when I see a Tesla, I'm just wondering, is that guy just a bad driver? On the flip side, you would also see many Teslas driving on FSD and autopilot smoothly. So you would maybe think, oh, the system actually works fairly well. Maybe I should get a Tesla. I don't want to drive myself. That would probably work quite well in California, but outside of California, I'm not quite sure. Here in Vancouver City, it's a bit of a hit and miss. Remember all of these automakers that signed deals with Tesla to access Tesla's superchargers? Well, starting next month, Ford and GM will be able to reap all of these rewards from that deal. Ford and GM will gain access to more than 12,000 Tesla superchargers in North America. Lincoln is cutting 200 US dealerships in a 2-year consolidation push. The brand is also putting its EV strategy on hold. So right now they are feeling some pain, but this is what's coming for them. It's inevitable. Lincoln is going to be hit by the big EV wave coming later on. The Financial Times reported that supposedly XAI is looking to raise as much as $6 billion for a valuation of $20 billion, but Elon denies this. He says XAI is not raising capital and I have not had any conversations with anyone in this regard. So many in the Tesla community are talking about this. Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald's new anti-woke rap single Facts rockets to #1 on iTunes in 24 hours. What an interesting day today it is. And YouTube says you should watch this video next that's appearing on the screen right now. My name is Matt Post. Just like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.